Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video on today. Make sure y'all hit that subscription button. Subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed to the channel. If this is your first time ever visiting this channel, I welcome you to the channel, and I appreciate everybody that's been subscribing. All right, guys, let's get right into the video installment. Let's do it. All right, guys, pretty much I entitled this video, How to Utilize Jimmy Horn Like Deebo Samuels. And the reason why I say like Deebo Samuels, I could have said Tyreek Hill when Tyreek Hill was in Kansas City. You have to find ways. If you got playmakers on your team and it's guys that's good with the ball in their hand, you have to utilize them in a way that makes the offense even better and make this team more even explosive. The Colorado offense is going to be fine. These guys are good. The offense is good. It's the defense that's going to have to get better. The defense is going to have to be able to stop the run, which they was not able to do today. I think they gave up like 200 plus something yards on the ground rushing. They was not able to do well even on special teams on today. So I know Coach Prime is probably going to emphasize defense, and he's probably going to be on the special teams as well because they gave up that long kickoff return that they almost returned to the house. But needless to say, Jimmy Horn had a very good game on today. Jimmy Horn had 11 receptions for 117 yards and a touchdown. So he was box office. Most of the receivers was catching balls, man. They played well. You know, in order for Shador to be able to break the school record, the receivers definitely stepped up today. And Jimmy Horn and Travis Hunter had 11 reception apiece. And then you also had Xavier Weaver that's standing next to on the other side, on the left-hand side of Shador. He had over 100 some yards catching with 6 balls. So definitely, man, the offense was electrifying on today. The offense is going to be fine. But if you want this offense to be more explosive, especially when you got to play USC and you got to play Oregon and you got to play all of those other teams, you're going to have to find ways to put in packages that can kind of trick the teams a little bit. No, nobody's really expecting Jimmy Horn to be a running back or anything like that. But sometimes kind of mix it up back there. Let him catch some toss sweeps out of the backfield. Let him get some jet sweeps out of the backfield. Matter of fact, put in a package where he may run a wheel route out of the backfield. It's ways that you can utilize Jimmy Horn's speed and make this team even deadly. Because definitely, man, Dylan Edwards, in my mind, should be the starting running back on his team. He showed out today, and he did something that hasn't been done in like 20 years, man. Having 3 receptions as a freshman out of the backfield, just catching the ball, very elite hands. But if this offense really, really wants to take off, put the ball in Jimmy Horn's hands as well, because Jimmy Horn is definitely a game changer, and he has that speed. And I think that that's something that Coach Prime them will figure out. You got to find ways to get Jimmy Horn the ball in different situations. You know, shuffle passes. Like I said, putting them in the backfield and kind of tricking the defense a little bit. You know, you got to kind of mix it up with Jimmy Horn a little bit. You know, I know he's going to be out there running his routes, and he's going to be playing the slot like he's been playing. And I definitely believe that Jimmy Horn can also play the outside as well. But yeah, man, I think that if there's any player that you want to kind of compare Jimmy Horn to, I would say somebody like a Deebo Samuels or a Tyreek Hill, somebody like him, that you kind of wanna fashion your offense kind of like that with Jimmy Horn, because I believe this kid is gonna be phenomenal this year, man. I believe that Jimmy Horn definitely could get over 1,000 yards receiving. I believe that Travis Hunter could have 1,000 yards receiving, and even Xavier Weaver as well. And I think that Dylan could end up with about 600-700 yards out of the backfield, man, easy. So I think that if Coach Prime find ways to utilize Jimmy Horn, the offense is going to really, really take off. And when you got those tough games, you know what I'm saying, when you got to go against USC and when you got to go against them teams that nobody thinks that you're going to beat, utilize Jimmy Horn in a different situation. You know, put him in the backfield and give the team a different dynamic and a different look. You know what I'm saying? Run some reverses, whatever you got to do to kind of keep the defense honest a little bit. I think that that's something that they need to work on in the near future. Being able to find ways to utilize Jimmy Horn like a Deebo Samuel. And I think if Coach Prime does that, I think that the Buffs are going to win a lot of games this season, and they could very well end up in a bowl game this season. So, man, shout out to Shedeur Sanders, man, for breaking the school record. Shout out to the receivers for handling their business on the offense, catching balls. And without them, Shedeur couldn't do what he did. So definitely shout out to the receivers, man. And shout out to Coach Prime getting his first victory in Colorado. All right, guys, make sure you hit that subscription button, subscribe to the channel. Peace.